Stress resilience bonus tip, tip number 31. Yes, you've made it through. We're tip number 31 of 30. Now, how can that be? Well, I've decided to add a bonus video. Welcome to the Mentally Fit Farmer channel. I'm your host, Mark Weisenburger. Today's tip is something I want to use today to bring the 30 previous tips all together. I've talked about a lot of things. I've talked about balancing the gut-brain axis. I've talked about meditation. I've talked about eating right, brain dumping, etc. Now, a lot of this is information that you can find wherever. It is what we have heard for the last 100, 150 years. You know, we've all heard, be optimistic. We've all heard, don't criticize yourself, eat right, etc. However, new science, and I've created some videos on the gut-brain axis that talks about this new science. If you haven't watched any of those yet, go down in the description and there will be a link to the gut-brain axis. So anyway, I want to share with you what I started doing 2.5 years ago to balance my gut-brain axis. And I've even included into that the heart, which I don't remember if we've talked about or not. Now, just as a FYI, full disclosure, there will be specific products mentioned. If you don't want to hear products, turn the video off right now and go about your way, watch another stress resilience tip or something. But I wanted to share this with you because this is what turned my life around. It wasn't until I started balancing my gut-brain axis that I could think more positive, that I had more energy, that I experienced less pain, that I had a desire to eat more healthy foods. Now, back in video 11, I talked about specific probiotics, and I kind of said, hey, there's a link down in the comments below, go get that. Well, I'm going to share with you what I started taking 2.5 years ago to help me on my journey of stress resilience, mental fitness, to where I can get to an 8.5 on that mental fitness assessment, where I was a 2 or 3 previous to that. And we talked about specific prebiotics, probiotics. Here is the product. It's called Mentabiotics. It's just a simple powder. You take 1 scoop like this, put it in a little water like that, and then just stir it for about 20 seconds or so. Now, I like to use just tap water, room temperature tap water, or just room temperature water. If you get cold water or ice water, it doesn't seem to dissolve, or it takes longer to dissolve. If you like cold water, mix it up and then put some ice in it to cool it down, because otherwise it will clump up. Yeah, so that's perfectly fine right there. There's been no time lapse in here, no splicing, so that's how long it takes you to mix that up. And this product is specifically for your second brain or your gut. It has 3 specific prebiotics for mental wellness, 3 specific probiotics for mental wellness. It has a digestive blend to help your stomach work and function better. It has a herbal blend that helps the elimination system of your gut. You know what I mean. So you can go in the restroom in the morning And so these prebiotics, probiotics, they help balance the gut to bring back the good microflora, the good bacteria, and to suppress the bad bacteria. Now, we don't want to get rid of all the bad bacteria. As in life, everything, there's a little diversity, and it is good for everything. But this helps balance the gut so that your gut can start making the serotonin, the dopamine, the GABA, the melatonin. And of course, there's another product that is specifically for melatonin to help you sleep. And so that's for the gut. There's a separate product right here, MetaSync. MetaSync is for the axis between the two brains. Let me just pull it out. It's not very big. It's just a small capsule. You take 2 of those every morning along with your MentaFocus, and you just take that. Now, this is, like I say, the axis. The axis is kind of like the cell phone tower. If there's problems on the cell phone tower, or the 2 smartphones are too far away to really reach the cell phone tower, the communication is a little iffy, a little scratchy, may dump you altogether. The same with the axis between your 2 brains. If that axis of neurons, nerves, chemicals, etc. is not working, it's going to be sending bad signals between the 2. And also, that is part of the immune system. So there's specific ingredients in here to build and strengthen the immune system. And this was created before COVID even existed. They knew, the formulator, Dr. Sean Talbot, knew that this had to have a immune response or support to keep the axis healthy, so that it could have the proper communications between the 2 brains. And then going to the first brain, this is what's called MentaFocus. And again, it's a capsule about the same size as the MetaSync. Let me get that right there, just a small capsule. And again, you take this every morning, take 2 of them every morning when you take the MetaSync and you take your metabiotics. Now, I've already taken them today. They don't have to be taken at the same time. I just say when you take it, because you take it, if you take them at the same time, you don't forget about it. And so after you drink this, we'll mix this up. I like to mix it, make sure it's mixed, and get everything floating, because it has some fiber and things in there. It actually has 5 grams of fiber, and so that's a pretty good start to your morning to get some fiber in you. And the fibers are the prebiotics that feed the probiotics. And then you get it. And just drink it down. Swallow the 4 pills, drink down the metabiotics, and because of the MentaFocus is for the brain, it enlightens the brain, and some people actually feel a difference because of the signaling in the brain inside of a couple of days. For me, I'll be honest, it took me about 5 to 6 weeks before I could really feel a positive impact on my mental wellness. And so don't hesitate or fret if you don't feel it right away. And the good news is this company, for customers, a 12-month guarantee on all their products. And the reason they do that is they know that everyone is different. And they want you to have the confidence in ordering a product and ordering it for 2, 3, 4, 5 months, knowing that if it doesn't work for you, that they are going to give you your money back. Because they know some people can feel something in a couple days. And they know other people like me are into it, 4, 5, 6 weeks before they experience anything. And who knows, I'm the longest I've ever heard of anyone. But, there's probably someone out there that takes 90 days, maybe 120 days before they feel this. And so my challenge to you, and I will leave a link in the comments down below. I leave them in the comments because if you put too many links in the description outside of YouTube, YouTube doesn't like that, and then they don't show the videos. And obviously I want my videos to appear in your newsfeed. So go to the comments below, and there will be a link to a video and that will explain this concept in more detail by Dr. Talbot. And on that video, there will already be a code for a $10 off your first order. And so I want you to go there, click that, watch the video. If it speaks to you, go ahead and click that, knowing that I'm offering you $10 off your first order, and knowing that the company Amare Global is going to back that product for 12 months. So when you get the product, make sure you keep your receipts, keep the bottles, keep everything together, because you'll need that to send it back. But keep all that, and we'll talk more about that. But when you order that, then I'll be notified, and let's talk, communicate. Let's see the best way for you to use this. And chances are, when you've taken the mental fitness assessment, which was tip number 21 or 22, it recommended some product, and my guess is this was one of those products, and so you may already know a little bit about that. But I just wanted to share this with you because I'm here to help you with your stress resilience. And if I don't give you all the information you need, then you can't do that. It kind of reminds me, I was a coach for, not a sports coach, but a coach, real estate coach, helping people buy tax deeds, defaulted tax deed properties. And I was talking to our trainer one day, and he said, hey, I don't share all my information with you or the other coaches because I don't want competition. Well, you know what? I want you to have all the information. And if you're offended that I'm sharing this information with you, but you want it, go find it someplace else. The important part is that you get this in your body, in your system, to help you with your stress resilience and your mental fitness. I would love to help you. You invest in yourself, I invest in you. And so go down, check out that link, leave a comment, let me know what you think, let me know what your experience is, and until next time, to your stress resilience.